Good day, madam. I would like to explain for my assignment 3. So my name is SITAMBARAM Muthu from BCS.
Good day, madam. My name is DARRSHINI SELEN from BBC.
Good evening, madam. My name is MEASALAN from BCS also.
Okay, first of all, I would like to start from my assignment for mind map that is 5W and 1H. So it is basically based on e-class students portal. So we have to create a mock-up of mobile applications user interface. So who will be interacting? So primarily MSU students, and secondary lectures, administrators, students, SRC, and society and clubs. So what are the modules are we included in our new e-class system? Like we are preferred is students room, cloud storage, online classes. Number 4 is subject proposal for semester. Number 5 is chat room with lecturers. Number 6 is account department interaction. So usually where it will be going to work is in our students portal e-class. It's internal and external use for the MSU campus. So when we are going to conduct immediately, and why? So first of all, students basically needs for e-class is academic and also extracurriculum activities. So first purpose is will be that. So another thing to increase informative information for communication purpose, besides for lectures and students as well. So other than that, to decrease the difficulty for students while using the portal by considering the user interface, colors, font types, and the placement structure. So how it going to be? First, we are going to be plan, then propose, then sketch the designs. One sketch we are design, redesign, then we finalize the user interface. So background of the project. So basically, students portals is a main application for communication between the university students and the university lecturers and other people like such as admins and everyone. So this is where mainly students use the portal to interact while studying, to complete the study. So the effectiveness and dependability of the application features are strongly suggested to be very helpful due to ensure the students' comfort. So features on the application. Features of the application are recommended to develop based on the students' need and what the students want to do in the students portal. So without any difficulties. However, student portals are just not only being for use for learning environment, where it also being used for other activities like such as in campus, events, and also to interact with many other outsourcers. So due to this, our group, me, Priya, and MEASALAN, look at the MSU Students Portal e-class and conducted basic research to suggest better features to be added in e-class with the consideration of students' needs. So besides that, just considering to suggest better features, we have implemented with our own ideas. So own ideas, it's going to be like how to design our user interface after considering the colors, font types, placement structure, and every element of the design implemented with our own ideas after considering those particulars. Finally, our group successfully managed to design total of 6 modules, which is mentioned earlier in the mind map. So this is could be better if added in e-class. So objective part, I will pass to Miss Allen for the presentation.
Okay, hi, madam. So I like to talk about the objective of the project. So first is to recommend new e-class features that could be very helpful for student needs for academy and co-curriculum activities. For example, as madam suggested for us to do when we researched in the campus, there were many manual things to do. So what we wanted that it to be digitally in a mobile application, which is for e-class. Okay, next is to increase the informative information and communication in learning environment. As we know, student and lecturer, we need to be communicating and in a good way, in good terms. So for that, we also wanted to add this objective in the project. Third is to decrease the difficulty for students while using the portal by considering the colors, font types, and placement structure. As we know, good interface is what makes students or lecturer to have a good environment or good emotions to use, so that we can be calmly can use the application. Okay, so next is the target audience. First, MSc students were identified as the primary target because e-class is highly relevant and dependable for their access to use in daily life while completing studies. As we know, we are very dependent, as students was very dependable on e-class. So we need them to be the main primary target so that we can mainly do or add these things for them. Okay, next is lecturers, administrators, student respective councils, societies, and club make up the secondary target audience. So that's all for me, madam. I'd like to pass it to Priya.
So thank you, Ms. Alan. Good day, madam. I would like to start off with related references that we have found based on our project. So the first reference would be Clubhouse application. So the explanation is simple. This idea was taken from the application called Clubhouse, where there are uncountable rooms which you can join, and once clicked, it will allow you to join the room and listen to the topics being discussed there. So typically, this idea was implied in the interface, just with some slight changes where only students who are registered under the particular subject would have access to join the class sessions. This is mainly what the online classes thing, madam. So the next references would be Barracuda. So Barracuda is a demo student portal, and where the idea was typically taken from a demo student portal called Barracuda that offers the add and drop option of any subjects. So, but in e-class, we can only be able to add or drop the subjects after the timetable which is scheduled by the admin given. The new feature allows the student to add their preferable subjects ahead so that they are able to plan their own timetable according to their willingness. So the next reference would be AASTNT Student Portals application. So this interface are almost direct visible to the user. They avoid unnecessary elements and are clear in the language they use on labels and in messaging. Create consistency and use common UI elements. By using common elements in this UI, users feel more comfortable and are able to get things done more quickly. It is also designed into categories and easy for user to divide the needs of access. So the last reference from us would be from Dago application. So it's Dago application is suitable with e-class design since Dago allows you to bring all your photos, videos, music, and documents anywhere. So you can store and share your files free forever with Dago, and the ultimate cloud drive for your phone and tablet. It is very secure and portable to access. The design allows the user to feel user-friendly. So that's all for me for reference. I will pass to Asino.
So thank you, Priya. So the next part will be the scope of the projects. As I mentioned earlier, the 6 modules. So each of us are divided to take responsibility on 2 modules. So first one is students room and cloud storage. So from my part, this is my user interface, which is designed for the students room. So for the explanation part, okay. The students room has multiple features, which is covering almost every area students could think of. Here, all the features. This is where the extended version of e-class, like for example, like forum. Forum is very beneficial from students' view, where they can react to the content, share challenges to teach other, and to share their ideas and understandings. The second element will be added into the one of the features in the features in the students room is life and style. So it will be like students ultimate source for breaking latest news, especially what's going on in current trend. The third one will be entertainment, like for example, like footballs, TV shows, and music like that. The next one will be like study area to increase knowledge, how to grow their grades, learning method, and smart studies methods. The following will be going with the debate and FS, where area to develop students' analytical, critical thinking, and public speaking skills. As well, they are offering a great insight to current affairs. Especially the NEET is the next feature in career and jobs, where a place to discuss all the issues that come up world of work, including the internship and everything. So the last part will be in the features in students room is feedback and report. Students are able to share their opinion, suggestion or problem of using the students portal features to the management. The second module is cloud storage. This is where we can store the online storage documents, videos, photos, or music. This is the user interface. All right, for the explanation part, students are having difficulties to store their personal files, especially when we are considered to upload in our third party or not in an end-to-end encrypted, or also facing copyright issues. So due to that, if we are uploaded into the e-class, is the only chance like we to increase the security of the files or data and copyright of the data. It is very reliable to store on the students portal where no any other third party can access to it, and the safety is highly measured. So besides that, students do not require to depend on any other online cloud storage when submit or file for files in e-class, such as like Google Classroom or Google Drive and so on. So therefore, I have suggested cloud storage as a primary feature on e-class with categories of data type where it will be helpful to search the file accordingly. For example, a document, pictures, videos, and music, and so on. For the next module, I will pass to Priya to continue.
So thank you, Sino. My two modules were actually based on online classes and subject proposal. So first going on online classes. So this would be my interface for online classes, madam, in the application. So the explanation for my first module, which is online classes, this particular feature in e-class mobile application would be called classes, where it will be added in between the main options. The function is that it works as in an inbuilt online class platform where students are not required to use Zoom, Google Meet, Teams, or etc. to join an online class conducted by the lecturer, whereas they could simply log in to their e-class profile and click classes, and then can click the button which automatically turns green when the scheduled classes starts, and join the online classes for all subjects they are taking for the particular semester. So basically this feature is built in the application because mostly all students won't have one particular platform where they can join their online class. So if the lecturers say, okay, please use Teams, some students and beginners will try to download Teams or have their own accounting Teams. If they don't have Teams, they will only have Zoom, and if they have Zoom, lecturers won't have Zoom. So all together, if lecturers just conduct their classes in e-class, where they have their own built-in online classes platform, it will be easy for all the students to connect with the lecturer without missing any classes, without being required to download any other platforms for online classes. So the next module would be subject proposal. So this is the module, madam, and this is the interface. So basically the explanation for second module, this feature will be called as subject proposal. It would be under campus, and when subject management is clicked, it would display the following options, and one of them would be subject proposal. Subject proposal is basically an option where you can arrange your class timetable for the next semester according to your preferences, following the terms given in the application. Once the subjects are added, the student would click submit, and it would be sent to the admin to verify if the subjects are accepted to be taken for the next semester or not. So this explanation is simple. Students don't get to choose what subject they want to have in the next semester or their upcoming semester. So mostly admin is the one who provides our next semester's timetable. So sometimes it is hard for students to cope up with two major subjects being in one semester. So this can be avoided where student can design their own timetable where they can add their preferable subjects, and this would not be just this will not just be accepted just like that. It would be verified by the admin as well. So this is subject proposal feature added in the application, madam. So without further delay, I would like to pass it to MEASALAN.
Okay, hi, madam. So I like to explain about my first module. Okay, as madam can see, this is my interface for the chat room. I mean, like where the student can communicate with the lecturer. Next, okay. In summary, this program is safe and user-friendly with a quick login option, and MSc students can use this application using their e-class website login ID and password. Without the existence of this app, it will be quite difficult to communicate between lecturers because student might not have the lecturer's phone number, and student can send. And once I added this module, student can send message to the lecturer without disturbing, because sometimes we cannot expect the lecturers to be free all the time, so that if students keep messaging in their WhatsApp or any other social media apps, it will be keep disturbing them in a kind of thing. So as a MSc student, we have faced this problem so many times. So where we can't communicate with lecturer batch because we should not disturb lecturer whenever we want. So we created the so I created the chat room so that students can send message to the lecturer when the lecturer is free, will reply to the students. So next, okay. Next module is the live stream. As madam can see, there are example of two events that going on, which can be streamed live. So why we did this module, I will explain now. Okay, so eClass, as previously noted, has a number of user interaction difficulties that may have an influence on users' experience when using the system. This mobile application will aid in the resolution of very user interface difficulties, ensuring that consumer has a positive experience. Another new feature we wanted to include in the live feed is the live feed. Some students were unable to attend campus activities and hence could not finish gym points at the end of the semester. As a student, it was difficult for me to get gym points because the majority of the activities were physical, and so we created a website, for a application module where students could watch the live feed of the event till it ended and earn the gem points. However, they must pay before getting to the live stream platform. So because no others simply cannot access the live stream app feature, because we must pay in physical also, they might pay. So in we expect them to pay for the live stream app feature also, so that they can get the gem point. That's all for me. I would like plus to Sidambaram. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Miss Alan. So this is will be our flow chart for the modules we have created. So this is where from starting, when we start, it will open the application. Once open, there are two options to log in, and another one is to sign up. So once sign up, we can register, then log in. So otherwise, we can directly log in and can interact with our 6 modules. So as we can see here, the 6 modules are students room, online storage, classes, subject, context, and live stream. So for example, once we access to the student room, okay, if it be access for the following, if yes, it will be given option to select the room. The room is mentioned here is the features. Okay, once the features is selected, the following information will be displayed. Otherwise, in the earlier stage in the student's room, if the student click no, it will go back to the choose of modules. So this is for the flowchart for others as well, and I will directly go to the next part for my reflection. So this is my personal reflection from Sidambaram. Program is BCS. Okay, personally, to develop and design a user interface is very challenging, since I think it's like every user has their own perspective to use the user interface. And as a designer, we have to make the objective that the user face is leads to user friendly, and every single frame of the user face is very responsibility for the designer to ensure it is very direct and easy understanding for the user. So as a main concern of that, we have developed one. These subjects basically helps us a lot to create and design user interface with a proper method, with the proper element to follow, and how to develop a design with the correct method. So the most complicated issues to when we are developing a user interface is the colors and the placement structures of the fonts and elements. So firstly, when we are mentioned about the colors, there are so many colors that can be used, but the thing is we have to consider what colors are very easy and suits each other for the user. So as a designer must consider from the user's perception of the use and whether it's compatible with the application purpose or not. So after doing some research on internet and from various application related for the specific application like e-class, So, and of course, by researching the most appropriate user interface, we have resolved the mentioned issues. So additionally, the second problem will be the fonts and other elements like placement of the patterns. So as a designer must take into account that everything is arranged from the highest to lowest priority. While the user is using, the main priority should be up or the first place to be displayed, and the fonts like not too fancy, which makes the user hard to read or view the content. So with a user-friendly interface and easy navigation, the user decreases search time and increases satisfaction and fulfilling his needs in a fast and efficient way. So in turn, the brand increase the sales volume, improve customers loyalty, and minimize costs and resources. So a simple and functional interface, like normally without anything, it will be very easy for the users, and the benefits are so high. So the effort to provide a consumer is, I mean, the consumer of the user of the application is basically on the user interface. So the second reflection part, I will pass to Darshini. Thank you.
So, moving on to my reflection for the entire subject matter. So, human-computer interaction, in my opinion, is a mashup of design, user experience, and user interface in the context of technology. There is no simple yes or no response. So, good design, in my opinion, would depend on several factors. When designing for a particular technology, you should take a step back and consider how the audience could interpret the technology. Next, you must ensure that your design smoothly directs the user experience, which depends on the technological conventions. The objective also affects the quality of a design. There is no use in a design if it doesn't guide the user towards the right objective. So I also discovered that sometimes without your knowledge or concern, your execution may lose sight of the aim. Sometimes you're not even to be blamed. Simply put, because every individual has a unique way of processing information. User testing is crucial to making sure that your design achieves the intended results. Since users can differ in their technological aptitude, intent, initial interests, age, and etc., good design depends on the audience. As a result, when you expose your design to the public, you will by nature fall short of completely satisfying everyone. Designing for the right audience, which depends on your aim and medium, is something you can influence. There were certain challenges I had to overcome while taking this course too. It was a little challenging for me to complete all the activities and projects because I had to create applications or websites based on all the material we had covered in class. So, but I found dealing with assignment one question to be the most difficult aspect because it was the first assignment that was handed to me and my classmates. And I was genuinely unsure of what its criteria was. So we had to examine the already available interactive applications and applications on the market and pinpoint the user unsatisfactory interactions. It was challenging to locate an already existing application that is ugly and poorly designed, but I eventually did. And with the assistance of my teammate, I was able to successfully complete the task. So my key takeaway from the course is that design is an iterative process. So as long as you keep attempting to make improvements, it's all right to feel like your design is well. So that's all from me. I'll pass it to Ms. Sarah.
Okay, hi, madam. I like to talk about my reflection for this project. So the first of all, it was challenging and it was a bit very learning thing for me to be understanding this project or doing this project. There are many challenges also we had in this when doing the designing the app. So it was a bit a difficult thing also for me. But at the same point, we could learn that, as we know, the every features and the modules we did, it was where we researched everywhere in the internet so that we can really implement that for the students to get a good experience with their application that we're creating. Okay, so while taking this course, clarity is the one of the most critical needs for completing a project successfully, and a lack of it causes various project management challenges. According to one survey, 39% of the project fail owing or to a lack of a project strategy and a clarity stated project aim. I must also devise a method of measuring project progress by establishing project milestones and quality testing. A price set of objective can help project manager like what we did to defend their vision in front of top management and customers. So in addition to assisting your team's success, that's what we tried to do over here. So we did that so that we could complete this project with a good quality thing. Okay, popular goal setting methodologies such as SMART and CLEAR can assist me in developing a set of successful goals right from the outset of a project. This can assist overcome project management hurdles. It was important to remember that not clear identifying goals is a mistake. As a result, once I've established goals for our project team, I will then make them clear to my colleagues, keep track of it. Once, if you created one goal or what we did with the module, we discussed it with our teammates so that they can be clear about it and so that my colleagues my groupmate understands what am I doing. So at the same time, as a Sinu, he was keep tracking of us every time, so that it was a good thing for me. Like every time that I can explain it to me what I'm doing. So it was an easy thing to us to successfully finish this project. That's all from me, madam. Thank you.
That's all from us, madam. Thank you so much. And
Thank you, madam.